Prologue. Sage. Is dinner ready? Those are the first words out of my husband Kieran's mouth as he steps in the door. And for some reason, this instantly puts me on edge. There is just something not right in the air. Hi, no, it will be about 5 minutes, I say, sending him a quick smile that is meant to placate him. Sorry, I had to help 𝘠𝘢𝑚 with her homework. He makes an annoyed face, like I'm bothering him on purpose. Can you please hurry up? Some of us have been working all day and need our food. Seriously, you had all day to cook. I am not going to start an argument. I simply do not have the energy. Also, there is no winning an argument with my husband. All I get for trying is more shit. It is kind of funny, or would that be tragic, that he acts like I'm lazy for being at home, taking care of our 7-year-old daughter and the house, when he was the one telling me I would not need college and there was no need for me to work. Of course, he would always take care of me. I'm finishing it as fast as I can, I promise him, as I quickly deck the table. He was not always like this, but I should have seen the red flags, the warning signs. But young and naive as I was when we first met, I let him sweep me off my feet. I thought it was romantic, that it was all just because he cared for me so much. The jealousy, the controlling, the behavior. I wish I had not been so blinded. Couldn't you have at least made yourself a bit pretty for me? You look like shit, he mumbles as he sits down, still wearing his dirty work clothes. He is the on-site manager of a huge construction company. Sorry, I just mumble without thinking. I am wearing leggings and a hoodie, like most days, no makeup, and my red curls pulled up in a bun, to have it out of the way. I mean, I'm just at home, cooking, cleaning, so it seems a waste of time dressing up. But maybe I should have thought about it, to make him happy. Come on, I am hungry, woman. He leans back in the chair. Bring me a beer. Again, I see no reason to argue and I just go to grab a beer and place it in front of him. Then I call into the living room. 𝘠𝑦𝑎, sweetie, dinner time. Okay, Mum, she calls back. Just a second, I need to... Now! Her father roars. Get your ass out here. There is a scrambling and a patter of small feet. Coming, Dad. I'm coming now. I give my daughter a small smile as she hurries to sit down. I can't stand when he yells at her like that. Do I have to go out for dinner? Kieran asks harshly. No need. Dinner is ready, I say, quickly plating his food and putting it in front of him. He stares at the plate. Not only are you late with dinner, but this is what you serve? It's lasagna, homemade, I say. 𝘠𝑦𝑎 asked if we could have it. It's not food for a hard-working man, he complains. His words make me remember something. You have worked a lot of extra hours lately, but your paycheck came today and you didn't make more money. How is that? Why were you looking at my paycheck? He growls angrily. I wanted to see if there was enough extra to get, what we talked about. I do not want to say it out loud because it's going to be 𝘠𝑦𝑎's 8-year-old birthday soon, and it was for her gift. But there was no pay for your extra hours. Actually, there was less pay. Where have you? I just exactly managed to duck before the plate of lasagna hits me. Shut the fuck up, bitch. It's none of your business how much money I make. Dad, you shouldn't use bad words or throw away your food. Mum spent a lot of time making it, 𝘠𝑦𝑎 says heatedly. Kieran starts to get up. Do not come here and tell me what to do, you little bastard. I quickly get to my feet and put myself between my husband and my daughter. I do not want him near her right now. 𝘠𝑦𝑎, please go to your room. But Mum... Take your plate and my iPad. You can eat in your room, I quickly say. She grabs her plate and hurries off. As soon as she's gone, I push out my chin and stare at my husband. Do not ever threaten her or put a hand on her. I swear I will. What? He suddenly pushes me in the chest, making me take 2 steps back. What will you do? There is nothing you can do. You're cheating again, aren't you? That is why you're out late so many evenings, saying you're at work, I say as a matter of factly. I know my husband has cheated before, but I have mostly ignored it. It's not that I like it, but I've stayed for 𝘠𝑦𝑎. And also, because as a stay-at-home mum with no real education, it's not easy to just leave. I guess you get lulled into a sense of this is normal. It's none of your business, bitch. He hisses at me, grabbing my arm. If you took a little care of yourself, if you lost some weight, maybe I would care to fuck you more often. I mean, yes, I know I do not have a model body. I weigh a bit more than I should. My hips are a bit too wide. The skin on my stomach is a little loose after my pregnancy, and my boobs are a little heavier than when I was younger. But I work out and have some muscles on me, so it's not like I'm all floppy. But to be honest, I feel no matter what I do is wrong. If I put on makeup and nice clothes, he thinks I'm up to something. When I went on a diet trying to please him, he accused me of doing it to seduce other men. But opposite him, I have never been unfaithful. I haven't even considered. He pulls me closer, his fingers digging into my arm. Please, just let me go, Kieran. He doesn't answer. Instead, he hits me. Hard. I gasp in shock and pain. This is the first time he has actually hit me. He has been mean and harsh. He has grabbed me sometimes and shaken me once. But never before has he actually hit me. The shock and the degradation is actually worse than the series of hits he rains down on me. Despite everything he put me through, I had never expected this. I didn't think he had it in him. So you're upset I'm not fucking you enough? His eyes are narrow, mean-looking slits. Good then, I'm gonna fuck you then, hard and well. Kieran, please just let me go. I know I'm begging, but the last thing I would want right now is to have sex with him. I'm not in the mood. He starts dragging me toward the bedroom. Like I care if you're in the mood. At first I struggle against him, but I soon realize it's futile. Kieran is not a small man, standing 6'1" and pretty muscular due to his work. So I give in and just stay passive, hoping it will be faster and less painful this way. The next hour of my life is pure hell as he uses and abuses me as he pleases, and I am fighting to keep in any sound, not wanting to risk alarming my daughter. When he's done, he just leaves me there and walks out the room. I cry for 10 minutes, not so much for the pain or what he did, but for my lost dreams, from seeing my future, everything I thought I had and wanted shattered. Then I get up and pack a bag. Then I hurry down to my daughter's room and open the door. Enya, please pack a bag with your favorite things, as fast as you can, just the most necessary. I run to her closet, pulling some things off her shelves and into my bag. Mummy, what's happening? She's staring at me with huge eyes. I can't explain now, sweetie. We need to go, I say, heading for the door. Come into the living room as fast as you're ready. I hurry into the living room to get our passports and other important papers. I expected Kieran to have left, but to my surprise, he's there, a glass of whiskey in his hand. What are you doing? He asks harshly as I start rummaging through the drawer we keep our papers in. I grab what I need and I turn. We are leaving, Kieran. I'm done. This time you went too far. You are going nowhere. You belong to me. He slams his glass down, getting on his feet. And so does Enya. Just let us go, Kieran. Then we can work out something with Enya visiting. I'm trying my best to make him agree. In reality, I'm not going to send my daughter to visit him, but I'm not going to tell him. He is faster than I expect as he grabs me with one hand, the other one delivering a blow to my cheekbone that makes me see stars. You do not get to take my kid, you fat, useless bitch. Kieran, stop. I plead as tears spring to my eyes and I desperately try to pull free. But he doesn't. It's like something has snapped inside him and he just keeps hitting me. As he lets go and I fall to the floor, he starts kicking me instead. I roll up into a ball trying to protect myself. All I can think is that I need to get out of here alive, because I need to get Enya away from him. When he stops, I foolishly believe it's over. But instead he grabs me and pulls me to my feet, his eyes cold and crazed. Maybe I should just get rid of you. What are you? The words come out as a whisper through my cracked and swollen lips. I'm getting rid of you, so I can live a happy life. He grins maniacally. Maybe I will marry some young hot thing and Enya can call her mum. I realize he's pulling me towards the fireplace, and I start fighting for real. I don't even know what he's planning to do. Then I hear the sirens outside. Kieran, the cops are here, stop. Too late. Before they get in here, you will be done. He sounds like he actually believes it himself. When he starts trying to push me into the fireplace, I pull out every drop of energy I have left to fight him, feeling the heat from the fire too close to me. Just as the door is kicked open, the sleeve of my hoodie catches fire and I scream with pain and panic. Her new life. 4 months later. Sage. I scratch at my arm as I think back to that day. The scar from the burn is still itchy at times. I was lucky. A young police officer entering our house was thinking quickly on his feet and grabbed a blanket, throwing it on me, choking the fire before it could do too much damage. But I do have some scarring on the left arm and the ribs on the left side. After I was released from hospital, I packed up and moved down to Austin, Texas with 𝘕𝑰𝑺, leaving New York behind for good. I never want to see Kieran again, even if I probably have to when our case goes to court. I have, of course, filed for divorce. 𝘕𝑰𝑺 also doesn't want to see her father either and says that she's scared of him. Turns out she was the one who called the police and probably saved my life. I have her seeing a therapist with expertise in kids 2 times a week, helping her deal with everything. Did you make a new work schedule? Gus asks me as I walk up to the bar. I nod. It's on the desk in the office. Great. Thanks, sweetheart. He starts drying off glasses with a dishwasher towel and putting them on the rack. You really should hand those out yourself. This is your place now, they should know. I like to keep that to myself just a little longer, I say in a low tone. I know it's weird, but please humor me. Truth is, I instantly fell in love with Gus's place, an old and wonderful place that is a mix of a diner and a saloon called the Wolf's Den. He feels he's getting too old as he recently turned 70, so I bought it. But he's still working here part-time, and so far, we're keeping it secret, as I want to get to know the place and employees just being another waitress and not the owner. I am a bit surprised how fast I've gotten used to this new life. I mean, I was with Kieran for 13 years, so I expected it to take time to get used to being alone, to feel some kind of empty longing, not for him, but for our time together and such, but being single seems to fit me. As you prefer? He gives me a smile, then mumbles. Those New Yorkers are damn weird, buying the saloon and not wanting anyone to know. I just smile to myself. I know he doesn't mean it badly. It's just his way of thinking out loud. Actually, I really like him. He has so many stories to tell. One thing I am already sure of, that I will love it here, and we will build our life together, just me and 𝘕𝑰𝑺. I'm done with men, at least romantically. Milo. So everything we need has been ordered? I asked Nick, my best friend. We have been doing inventory, and I've asked him to order what the pack needs. Yep, every single thing. He nods. I'm planning to make him my beta and right hand when I become fully alpha, as he's not only a great friend but also easy to work with and efficient. Right now my father is letting me take over more and more, allowing me to get used to the responsibilities of caring for the pack. At 25, I'm still young, and I'm happy that I have a possibility to ease into this instead of being thrown in head first. Basically, all I feel that I need now is to find my special someone, my mate. Thanks, Nick, I tell him. Is there anything else I need to be aware of? Tala has been asking for you. He grins and winks at me. I think she likes you. My wolf Remus is instantly there. The bitch only likes herself and our future title. No thanks. Hey, we do not call women that. I scold him. Also, I think I'm the one who gets to decide who we date. He makes a weird sound, like a cat coughing up a fur ball. If you do that, I'm bailing. Not sure how, but I will. I look at Nick. She just wants to be Luna. She doesn't care for me. Also, she isn't your mate. He finishes for me. I know, and I know you really hope to find your true mate, but I will need a Luna, I say on a half groan. But I still have time to find her. My wolf agrees. We need the right Luna, not just any bitch in heat. Language, Remus, language, I remind him. I turn my attention back to Nick. I think I'll go for a run, burn some energy. Do you want me to come? He asks. Shaking my head lightly, I walk towards the door. No, thanks for the offer. Me and Ramus need some time alone. He is slightly frustrated. You know what would help? He grins at me. Tell him we are not a whore. My wolf huffs. I roll my eyes at both of them. Actually, he doesn't want that. I didn't say he wants it, only that it would help with his frustrations. And yours. He shakes his head lightly. See you. I head out the door, not wanting to discuss it further. I'm not sure why people find it so weird that I want to wait for my mate. I mean, a lot of women save themselves for their mate, so why is it weird just because I'm a man? After pulling off my clothes, I let Ramus out, and soon we're sprinting through the forest, enjoying the cool evening air and being alone for a bit. A clothes emergency. Sage. Hi, girl. Hi, Looney. I'm greeted by my dog, Luna, as I walk through the door to my little house. She's a small, fluffy terrier-like dog that we adopted from a shelter right after moving, as Enya had always wanted a dog, but Kieran wouldn't allow it. Right now, she's happily jumping around me, snapping at my fingers in a playful manner. That is what she does to tell me she wants to go for a walk. Sure, girl, just a minute. I have to talk to Morgan first. Hi, Sage. I hear a voice from the living room. I walk in to see my best friend Morgan Bennett bend over her books. We used to go to school together, but she moved out here almost 15 years ago. We kept in touch on social media, and when I moved here, it was like we had never been apart. She is studying to be a vet, and she looks after Enya when I work in the evening. Hi, Morgan. Has she behaved? I put my bag down on the table. Of course she has. She looks up at me with a smile. You raised an angel. I grin and shake my head. I adore my daughter, but she is definitely not an angel. She is when Mum's not around, she tells me with a wink. I half roll my eyes. To be honest, that does not surprise me at all. Is it okay if I just take Luna for a walk, or are you busy getting home? No, it's fine. It'll give me time to finish up my things for tomorrow, says, indicating her books on the table. So take your time. Thanks. I walk towards the door. Come, Looney, let's go for a walk. She jumps happily around my legs as I walk to get her harness and leash, and soon we're on the way through the night. Milo. I realize I have come too close to the town when a scent catches my nose. But before I can turn, my wolf lets out a howl, and one word explodes in my head. Mate, mate, mate. Without thinking, I move forward, almost like being drawn by a magnet, wondering if a wolf from another pack is in town, or maybe a rogue. When I hear a bark, I stop in my tracks, and Ramus is instantly there. If our mate is a puddle, I am out, just so you know. Our mate is not a puddle. I kinda wanna roll my eyes. Maybe if she's a sexy German shepherd. He grins. I groan. Please stop. Our mate is not a dog. Looking out from the trees on the path, running along the forest, I see a small, fluffy dog trotting along. She's a bit small, Ramus mumbles, but also cute. For fuck's sake, that's not... I start, but then I spot her, and I lose my train of thoughts. The moonlight seems to accentuate her soft, curvy figure as she walks closer, and I stare, mesmerized at the sensual sway of her hips. The little dog starts barking. Probably it can smell me, and she laughs warmly, the red curls bouncing around her face. Okay, definitely not a dog, Ramus mumbles softly. Definitely not. I feel a smile spread on my face. We need to go meet her. I change into my human form, and I'm about to make my way through the scrubs to make myself known. Hey, stop a moment, Don Juan, Ramus yells in my head. What? I reluctantly stop. I want to go talk to her. He chuckles. I get that, dum-dum. And how fast do you think she will run seeing a huge naked man come out of the forest? Most likely she doesn't know about wolves. Damn, he's right. She's clearly human. Her scent tells me that. I would either have her run or attack me with pepper spray if I approach her naked. What to do? I mumble to myself, looking around. Clothes? Ramus suggests. I close my eyes for a moment. And where do you suggest I get clothes, smartass? How do I know I'm just a wolf? He grins. I don't wear clothes. Finally, I spot some clothes that are drying in a nearby garden. Unfortunately, most of it is kids' clothes, so I grab the only thing that will cover me enough to be decent. Sage. "What is it, Looney?" I ask my dog as she once again starts barking at apparently nothing. She's focused on the trees, like she's seeing something I'm not. And to be honest, I start to feel slightly nervous. Suddenly, a huge shadow steps out of the trees, and Luna gives an angry bark. She doesn't like strangers much, and especially not men. "Stay away from me," I say loudly, trying to sound confident. "I have pepper spray." He holds his hands up in surrender. "Please, stay calm. I'm not going to hurt you." "Sure, I'm just going to believe you. Am I?" I glare at him. He slowly steps forward out into the light. "Do I look dangerous to you?" My eyes run over him. He is tall, very tall, like 6'4", and with broad shoulders and bulging biceps. In general, he looks in great shape. And I haven't even started on the tousled dark hair and the perfect face, worthy of a movie star. There is just one thing. You're wearing a flowery summer dress. That's kind of weird. But not dangerous. He grins. Of course his teeth and smile are perfect too. "I had a clothes emergency, and this was the best I could find." "Oh, so not normally wearing dresses?" I cock an eyebrow. "And what is a clothes emergency?" Another cheeky grin. "I would love to explain everything about it. Maybe we could, grab a cup of coffee or something? I'm Milo, by the way. With you dressed like that?" I let my eyes glide over him. He has nice legs. "I am Sage, and thanks, but it has to be a no thanks. I need to get home to my daughter." "Oh, you have a daughter?" he asks. "Is she with your husband?" "I do, yes. And she's with a friend of mine." I slowly back off. "I need to go now. Bye." And with that, I hurry off. He might be handsome, but what a weirdo.